Okay, it's the homemade broadcast. Didn't play the intro again. I knew that was going to happen. I should know better by now. My name's Will Kuncz. This is Anna Hummel. Hi,
Good
Anna.
day. Good day.
Back at home, I see.
I am, yeah, sorry. Wasn't feeling my best today.
What's wrong?
I wish I could swear right.
No.
I'm having my monthly bloodletting.
Oh. Yeah.
So
Well, good, because no ladies that are menstruating are allowed in my home. I don't know if you know.
good, yes. I didn't know those were the rules, so
That's right. Yep. It's always been the case when Julia has it, she has to go camp outside for 7 days until she's done.
There's a period hut.
That's right. Yeah. I'm a very traditional man in that sense.
Yeah. Seems that way.
Yeah.
Where are you right now, by chance?
I'm back at Epstein Island.
Nice.
At the
nice.
gate. Yeah. Came here last week. Decided to stay. It's so beautiful down here.
Yeah.
I felt
what are they going to do with the temple? Are they turning it into a Chipotle or?
I think it got torn down.
Oh, did it?
Sure.
I didn't know if it still exists in its current form. It would be like a historical relic, I feel like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Israel did a drone strike there. They hit Syria, and then they just went over to Epstein Island and got rid of the evidence over there.
Probably wise.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the program. We got an exciting program this week on lots of good stuff. You can see here in the description, I already got our topics picked out, and I want you to pick some topics for the next, like, behind the paywall segment.
Ooh, okay.
So I think that's what we'll start doing. I'm going to pick the front. I'm going to get the front end, and you hit it from the back.
I'll hit it from the back. Is this a new, like, layout of, okay. Because I was like, this looks different. Did you make it this way, or is this like a...
Heck no.
Okay, all right,
Heck
cool.
No.
Heck no.
Definitely on the back end there from StreamYard. But
gotcha.
StreamYard still can't play the dang intro all the time, which it might be my internet connection. I don't know. I'm having...
I'd be mad. I mean, you did spend $40.
I know.
To have
best
that little intro.
I ever spent.
Yeah.
So first up, Anna, this week, something I know that you are passionate about because you are from the region of Palestine.
Yeah.
From Palestine. Kind of a tragic story here this week. This is See, I'm glad if you don't listen on, or if you just don't watch the video, if you just listen to the podcast, these are the expressions you miss out on. A Tampa businessman killed in the West Bank amid rising tensions. It's kind of a weird. I know he maybe was a partial owner of a ice cream
it's
store.
like when George Floyd died. It's like a beloved father of 4 murdered.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They just go with the prevailing narrative that one side.
It is what it is.
Listen, it's terrible, but a 20-year-old. He's a man. Technically, I understand that legally he's a man, but he's a kid.
Man of business, apparently. Yes.
A 20-year-old kid went over and decided to camp in Israel while visiting his mother, which is another. They're like, he just went to go visit his mom.
He was just camping in someone's home. That's called burglary and entering. It's called trespassing. I just love the way that they frame things. By the way, I don't know anything about the story, but I kind of know how this, they kind of pan out all the same. So sorry.
So he got. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's listen to Fox 13's Tampa's coverage of this, and then we can talk about it.
First up here at 6, a young Tampa businessman has been killed in the Middle East. Saif Musalat was visiting family in the Israeli-occupied West Bank. And his family says Israeli settlers attacked him on Friday night, and he died before medics could get him to a hospital. Fox 13 political editor Craig Patrick spoke with Saif's friends and family.
Saif Musalat was born in Port Charlotte, and he was raised in Port Charlotte. As a young man, he moved to Tampa, and he dreamed of running a chain of businesses and was well on his way until he was killed during a vacation in the Israeli-occupied.
You could just, the tone of this,
Yeah.
This is kind of a long segment too. And Fox I know it's, Fox kind of gets a reputation. Even locally, people think that Fox is like the Republican station. This is how dumb people are. I remember there was this Haley Hines from Fox 13. I don't know where she's at now. I don't know if she's still there, but she was trying to get an interview with, I forget what the story, I don't even remember, but the young lady who she was trying to get the story from, she declined Haley Hines's offer because she worked for Fox. So anyway, off on a tangent there, but let's if you want to stop, just let me know to pause if you have anything to say, because we have Bloodletting Anna out right now.
Yeah, she's not happy.
This is maybe not a great time to play this story.
No, it's actually the perfect time. Please continue.
Okay.
West Bank. According to his family and the Palestinian Health Ministry, Saif was
Oh,
beaten
Hamas.
to death by Israeli settlers.
Sorry, what?
I said, Hamas.
Yes.
The Gaza Health Ministry is Hamas.
Yes.
Sorry, please continue.
For context, the West Bank used to be part of Jordan until 1967 when Israel captured it in a war, and Israeli settlers started moving into the West Bank, which the Palestinians see as a push to squeeze them out, and the United Nations has called illegal.
Settlements in the Palestinian territory, in the occupied Palestinian territory, are not legally valid and constitute a flagrant violation.
I'm pausing for a second. What do you mean? They had a war, land was captured, and they took the land.
I like how they failed to mention who started the war. They always leave that out. They're like, during a war that Israel captured the West Bank. Okay, so who started the war, A? And B, sometimes when you start stuff and you lose your land. That's how wars work sometimes. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, I just don't understand this, where it's like they've had a disagreement. I think it's very simple. I think I said this on a few podcasts ago, but
yeah,
they said, I want to do this, and Israel said no, or vice versa. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And they went, well, this is a deal breaker. And they said, okay. And then they fought, and somebody lost, and it had Jordan in that one, and they lost land. Like, that's what happens this has been since the beginning of time.
Right.
In the case.
Yes, sir. You're not wrong.
Don't understand. And then where does the United? Nope. Actually, it's illegal. Okay. Then what's your power here to enforce this illegal land seizure? What are you doing about it? I don't think they have any power to. What is this? Who is this guy?
I don't know. He's like ethnically ambiguous, which is fine. It's just he's weird. He has a weird kind of cartoonish voice, which makes me not trust him.
He's got a Muppet voice a little bit.
Yes, he does.
And he also does look like the drawing when they say this is what everybody's going to look like in 2100. He does.
Yeah, is he tan? Is he actually a brown person? It's hard because he has got gray hair, so it's throwing me off.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Of international law.
The Israeli settlers stepped up their efforts with the election of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his pro-settler government.
And so to protect their land, many Palestinian families camp out at night to make sure that they preserve their land and nobody comes onto it.
But it's not their land. I mean, it was lost in a war. Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah, I mean the whole settler thing is pretty provocative, because it's like, okay, well, if we're going to have this two-state solution and try to implement peace, and this belongs to the Palestinian and the Palestinian Authority, then maybe you shouldn't have Jewish settlers coming in and like claiming their land. But then if you want to get, how historical do you want to get, Will? I mean, again, it is that time of the month for me where I just want to really get historical. But the West Bank is Judea and Samaria. And I don't know if Jews, Judea, if that might be ringing a bell. You're like, wow, it kind of seems similar. Yeah, that's because that's the birthplace of Judaism, Judea. So that, especially to the religious settlers, which most of those people are, like the Orthodox Jews who want to be in the land of God, essentially, That's apparently where Judaism was born. And not only Judaism, but you got to think Islam, or, the precursor to Islam and the precursor to Christianity. So I feel like a lot happened there. Historically, it does and should belong to the Jews, but politically and geographically, or I should just say politically, border-wise, it kind of belongs to the Palestinian Authority, although it's under the more broad umbrella jurisdiction of Israel.
Okay. And this is kind of we haven't even gotten to the poor kid yet that died.
The poor child. I'm surprised they weren't like, this adult child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
this grown infant was murdered in cold blood.
Listen, none of them 40. Like, I look at 20-year-old, I'm like, you're a little baby. You're like a baby adult. Like, I get that you're technically an adult, but you were an infant as an adult. So we haven't even, and they really went in depth. I mean, they're interviewing this lady from what does CARE stand for again?
Huh? I don't know.
Behind her, it's like the ADL or something for Muslims, right?
I like the way you said that. I've never heard anyone say that. You sound like a white person from the Midwest who's like, are those them Muslims from Iran?
Muslim, I think that's what they call themselves, right? Muslims.
Oh, well, they call them like,
I was just
Muslims. Yeah, you're right. But the way you said it was like Muslims, like you said it like muesli. But I liked the way you said it.
Yeah,
Muslims. Yeah, you're right. I guess.
Yeah, thank you.
Which brings us to Saif Musallat. He was on vacation visiting loved ones when Palestinian authorities say he was camping out on Friday with 2 other men, and settlers beat and killed Saif and 1 other man, sending shockwaves through Tampa.
Okay.
I mean, they're just going by what the authority says.
What authority again?
I didn't even.
No, it was the Palestinian Authority / the Gazan Health Ministry. Why are you keeping tabs? Why is the Gazan Health Ministry keeping tabs on this? They got their own issues they should probably be paying more attention to. No offense, Hamas. But yeah, sorry.
This is something though that I've noticed that media does, and apparently even local media does it too, where they just run with whatever Hamas the angle is.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. Can you call Israel and see what's going on here? I know at the end they say that they're looking into it, but they didn't get a comment. Like, we only know one side of the story right now.
Right.
There's a guy camping out, and just some Israelis said, well, what do we got here? And just went to town on him and beat it. Which is, this is,
it could happen. I'm not discounting that is completely false. It's highly, highly unlikely.
I don't even know if it's highly, highly unlikely, but you're also at war. Like, these 2 nations are and people are fighting each other. They're bombing each other. Like, this is a risk that you run. Why? And this is another point. I'm sorry. I know you want to go visit your mommy, but don't go there.
Wise words from Will Kuncz. Don't go there.
Don't.
No, that's great advice. Solid advice. And here's the thing, Will, everything that they said there could have been true, but it feels like maybe they lied, but by omission. He was just camping there. Okay, was he breaking and entering? Was he just camping in someone's house? What transpired leading up to the point where he was killed? Did he brandish a gun or a weapon by chance? You know what I mean? What happened? What happened?
They apparently were just camping. Now,
he was making s'mores, enjoying himself, and then all of a sudden these filthy, dirty Zionist Jews just came up and did a juicy smoulet, put a noose around his neck, and just beat him to death.
I just, he said that he was born here, this fella, in Port Charlotte, moved to Tampa. Why is his mom in Palestine or whatever land, or I don't know what to call it?
Sure, you're not wrong. It's
Where's your mom?
Greater Palestine.
So is this like an Anchorberry baby scenario where she came here, had the kid, and went back? I don't understand any of this.
I don't know.
But this kid was lucky enough by whatever circumstance to be born here, thus becoming a citizen of this country. And you went to go visit mama, and instead of just staying at mama's house, I'm assuming she has a house that she's not, I don't know, the situation, but I'm assuming that she has a home that he could just stay in and visit his mama and then go home.
Right.
Maybe he met some friends and they want to do some camping. That's pretty common too. I don't know how common it is over there, but people camp. I mean, people here camp.
Of course.
You go to a park or a designated camping area. Was that the case here? Do they have designated camping areas over there? Probably not.
In the group chat, there were two options. They're like, listen, boys, it's either Yosemite or West Bank. And they're like, hey, guys, let's do the latter. West Bank it is.
Yeah.
Well, Saif was 20 years old. He and his family purchased this ice cream shop in North Tampa a little more than a year ago, and he had been running it to rave reviews.
So he's
an ice cream man.
He purchased it and his family.
These Jews killed an ice cream man. I'm mad.
It sounds like he worked at an ice cream store. Again, it doesn't really matter, right? But just the framing of this, like, he was a great businessman. Sounds like he worked at his family shop, which is fine.
No shame in that.
He's not a mogul. Okay. I mean, come on. They're like, he and his family, these are little things that don't really matter, but they just bug me because I know what you're doing.
No, they do matter though. Like you said, because it's painting a larger picture. It's adding to the narrative that he was just like some young boy with his life ahead of him, just like working at an ice cream shop, real great with the customers. And then these Jews had to go and murder him in cold blood.
Yeah. Not only that he worked there, but he owned it. He was a partial owner. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he was.
I'm going to investigate this further, and I'll let you know what I find on the back end. So
love it.
It's 7:37. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for coming.
Receiving you solid.
Y'all enjoy. He just went overseas to see his mom, family, just going to the mountains with his friends, enjoying life.
He said his nephew was great at customer service because he thrived on positive energy.
He always cared about somebody else before him. Like when I used to come here the weekend to help, Uncle, I got your food. You have to eat before me. Go eat. He always wanted to take care of others before himself.
He was just such an amazing human being.
Mary McFarland Santiago was Safe's co-worker and good friend, one of Safe's many good friends.
He was extremely intelligent. He was extremely kind. He was never scared to make anyone feel loved, to make anyone feel accepted within his presence. He had this gift of any room that he was in, you simply just could not be sad around him.
And everybody loved him. He was one of the best.
His family said he traveled to the West Bank to reconnect with relatives and in hopes of maybe finding a future wife. But his heart remained in Tampa.
Yeah, just building up his business, have maybe 5 stores in the future. Yeah, he's always said, I want to do that.
The U.S. State Department said it's aware of reports of a death of a U.S. citizen in the West Bank. And the Israeli government said it's also aware of the reports of a death in what it calls a violent confrontation involving Palestinians and Israeli civilians. And Israel said it's looking into it. In Tampa, Craig Patrick.
So that's it. That's the story.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if he was like, not hilarious, but like he was like raping someone and the Jews were like, no, don't rape her. And then they killed him and they're like, look at what they've done.
Yeah.
These Jews.
Yeah. Listen, it's a very sad thing. I feel for the family there. I don't understand, again, like, why go there. It sounds like you got a cool ice cream shop you can hang out in Tampa, right next to Mr. Dunderback's. I mean, go get yourself some schnitzel. You don't have to pay for the ice cream. Just steal a scoop and just enjoy your life. Don't go visit mama in a war zone. It's easily avoidable tragedy here.
Can I just say, his uncle didn't really seem that sad. Did you get that vibe as well? Like he's like, like he was just kind of like he was acting like he didn't get into his first college of choice. He's like, he didn't get into UF. That's all right. Like no problem. He kind of had that kind of demeanor about him. I'm like, I feel like you're not sad, and I want to know why.
This just came off the top of my head, but maybe it's the martyrdom thing that he was martyred.
Oh yeah,
He's got his 2 virgins now, or
just trying to make some s'mores in the desert, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, like again, it is. I feel for the kid.
He was just making a campfire. He like burned someone's home down.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if I should. I feel bad for the loss of life, and I feel bad he has a local connection here. I'm a little dubious of what he was doing. There. We haven't heard the other side. Apparently Israel's looking into it, is what we've heard. So I think they're at the point now where they're just like, yeah, okay, we'll get back to you. They just don't issue statements. And meanwhile, Hamas will just use this as propaganda for their
Sure, of course.
But listen, it is sad. I feel bad, but I think the lesson is don't go there. American citizens do not go there. It's not a good place to be. All right, up next on Governor DeSantis and radio. Governor DeSantis hates radio.
Why, Ronnie D?
Because it's socialist propaganda. In this case, he's sort of right, though. He's stripping, let's see, as you read this, senators in Washington, D.C. are deciding on whether or not they will strip $500 million a year from public media, savings that represent, they act like it's nothing because it's Creative Loafing is the source here, so you got to keep that in mind. Their House colleagues have already approved the measure, and Donald Trump says he will retaliate against any Republican who doesn't approve the cuts. If senators cave to the president who sees liberal bias in the coverage of him, stations across the U.S. will lose out on funds they use to keep the public informed. Trump's proposal to cut spending previously approved by Congress is known as a recession request, and the vote is due by the end of the week. And this has a local connection. WMNF, Tampa, 88.5 will lose $130,000 if the vote goes to the president's way. But the first punch, the Bay Area's 46-year-old community station, which is taking it on the chin this summer. Late last month, Florida Governor DeSantis vetoed a $1.3 million in the budget meant for public radio stations, stripping WMNF, like other public radio stations in the state, of $100,000. Now, do you listen to WMNF?
That's not WUSF, correct? No. It's different?
No. WMNF is 88.5. I listen to WMNF pretty often.
Is it? And it's not NPR?
Well, they have news by NPR.
You know what this is probably really about, and it would make me laugh so hard. He's like, I'm just so sick of everything. DeSantis is like, I'm so sick of everything flipping to Spanish stations. If I get one more Maxima 92.5, I'm gonna lose it, and that's why he's defunding all these radio programs. Just kidding. I don't really know much about it. I've never listened to WMNF before.
You should.
Okay.
I listened to it for a few reasons. Number one, they'll play some good tunes here and there.
It's music?
It's music. They have talk stations, but it's very, very, very left wing. I mean, it's laughable how the programs on there. It's like Democracy Now! With Amy Goodman gets aired on WMNF.
It's not a NPR affiliate. It's
an NPR. Well, what they do is like Radio St. Pete does this too. Radio St. Pete plays ABC now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal because every public station essentially uses NPR, including Radio St. Pete for a long time. They pay some sort of fee and then they get news updates, that can air on your station.
Sure.
WMNF does as well, but just their programming, any sort of like talk programming on WMNF is uber left wing.
Yeah. I didn't listen to. Sorry.
I was just going to say that it's like alleged or no. I mean, it just
it's screaming left,
which is fine. Like that's fine,
but just admit it or just state that.
If you're getting public money like they wouldn't play this show, which I thought about reaching out to 88.5. Just with our backgrounds and our experience in the Tampa Bay radio market. I thought
probably.
it might be something that
Probably
they
not.
would air. No chance.
No
No
way.
chance this would be aired on 88.5.
Yeah, I used to listen to NPR all the time, and I remember when I said that, when I was filling in for 1210 WPHT, like there was an audible groan, and I'm like, no, dude, it used to be like cool stuff. WUSF, it'd be like local Florida stuff. I remember I saw a live taping of 1A with Joshua Johnson at the St. Pete campus of WUSF, and they like talked about the pier and local issues, and it was cool. And then all of a sudden I didn't listen for 5 years as I was working for my previous employer, and then I like hopped back on one day. I'm like, let's see what's on, and just how like Discovery Channel, like it's Shark Week every day every week. It was the equivalent to that was just like Queer Blacks episode 47, and I'm like, okay, like maybe I'd listen to one episode, but do you guys have anything else you'd like to talk to other than how you identify and who you want to bang? Like, is there anything else to you, or no? Okay, I'm not listening anymore.
Yeah, they do have there's still some decent I don't really listen to anything but like This American Life and Hidden Brain. Like they did a lot of good shows.
Yeah, Hidden Brain is great.
But I feel like they even got political. Like just everything since 2016, everything is just, it has to be political to be opposition to,
right?
And it's just boring, and it's a shame because these were good shows that, even though that it leans left, which is fine. Like you can do that and say perspectives without it being hitting you over the head and clubbing you over the head with stuff. But also talk about other things sometimes too. But now it's like, no, everything just needs to be in opposition to this figure that we view as, a tyrant and a fascist, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, it's getting real tired. It's getting real old.
Oh, it's so boring. It is so boring. Of course, this this Maxwell Frost kid, he's the youngest member of Congress.
Yeah, from Orlando or in that district or something. Yep, I know who that is.
He just says that they don't want people to have, or knowledge is power. He said they don't want people to have power. So they don't want to be, it's just propaganda. I'm sorry, but I listen to it. I know what it is. And I like to listen to it as well because I know what I think, okay? I don't listen to Fox, or I don't do any cable news, CNN or anything like that, outside of clips that I see where people are getting clowned or just saying ridiculous things. I know what I think and I know what I feel, and I want to know the opposition, know your enemy, right? And what they feel.
And just their strongest arguments, right?
Yeah. But it is, to say that, they kind of start this out, where is it? Anyway, they kind of like hint that it's, here it is. If senators cave to the president who sees liberal bias in any coverage critical of him, no, it just is. There is a big bias there. There is no media really that's, I don't know, like corporate type of media that isn't. Sorry, but like, I remember the railing against Fox. Fox is the only like boomer con station out there.
Yeah.
There's no other ones. That's why they win first place all the time in the ratings, because there's no competition for them. Newsmax is out now.
Yeah, or like OAN isn't really.
So there's some now, but for a long time
it was just Fox. Yeah.
And everything else they were sharing ratings. NBC, CBS, all the other ones were sharing these ratings, but half the country had nowhere else to go but Fox. That's why you see like Gutfeld is the number one late night show in the country. That's just because they don't want to hear Jimmy Kimmel cry.
No, and honestly, like I think that the women on the program are just by magnitudes of 10 hotter than the women on all the other stations. You got Megyn Kelly. I know she's not on Fox anymore, but like, Megyn Kelly, let's say, and then you have Rachel Maddow. I mean,
Yeah.
who do people want to look at? You know,
Right.
obviously people are the big blonde bombshell kind of Tommy Lahren looking folks. They're
Mhm.
hot and they know their
Well,
stuff. So
that's true too.
Mm.
But I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, to fund these things. You have pledge drives. If people want to fund this stuff, they will. I don't want people to have to pay their tax dollars with this
for
you know,
propaganda for things they don't believe. Yeah, that's fair.
It's just, yeah. So I don't know. I'd like to know if you have an opinion about this radio or podcast land out there, 813-693-2124. And we do, I like the story because we are on Radio St. Pete, which is a community station as well that will play our show for the time being. We'll see. They don't promote it, but they will, which is nice on Sundays. So we love all them over there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yes, thank you. And all right, we're gonna let Radio St. Pete podcast listeners go. So thank you. Other end, Anna, you gotta pick some stories that you want to do, and those will be uncut, uncensored if you subscribe to the Substack, hmbradio.substack.com, or you can wait till Sunday, willsyoutube.com. You can get it there. Subscribe everywhere you possibly can. Love hearing from everybody. Got an email this week, which was nice. Sent out a few stickers. And I still had some stickers. If you want some, just email me thehomemadebroadcast@gmail.com and send me a good mailing address and I will get some out to you. And we appreciate that. And that's it. Bye, Radio St. Pete and podcast. All right, Anna, let's hear it. Their face looks like you're holding in menstrual blood or poop. I can't tell.
Sometimes both. One rains, it pours.
Yeah.
Before we get into like any substantial content, can we get personal for a second?
Yeah.
Personal.
Definitely.
Can I get like a wedding update?
Wedding update.
Because I'm a girl and I love weddings. I would never like have one of my own. If I did get married, it would certainly be an elopement. But I love attending weddings. I know some people think it's like a drag, but even if I'm a +1 at a wedding, I'm having a great time.
Yeah. Well,
so can we get an update? Or what you can share, like.
Yeah. I'm getting harassed to complete the guest list and provide phone numbers for people.
Okay.
So we're gonna work on that.
How many people are we looking at? Like,
I think it's going to be probably a little over 100. I think we were for 100, but I think
it's like a good mid-size wedding.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's just going to be a little bit more than that.
Okay, yeah.
But I think pretty much everything is squared away. I mean, I feel like we put down payments on stuff, and we have the venue, we have food, we have.
What are we eating? What are we having to eat? Tell me.
Oh, it's gonna be all gonna be stuff.
Do you know? Maybe you don't know.
No, I do. It's gonna be a prime rib, actually.
Yummy.
Yes.
I
think there will be a vegetable tray there.
I'm sure.
A personalized one for you. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's pretty much. I know it's coming quick.
Yeah, because you think you're like April, please, but it's right around the corner.
Oh, I picked my head up and it was 4th of July, and I was like,
I know
what?
We're in the second half of this year.
Yeah, I mean, it just flew by. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, there's things that I still need to do. I need to get rings and I need to find some clothing. I'm really trying to lose weight. It's really not going well. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm afraid to like get it now because what if I do lose some weight?
They can tailor it. I think they do that at least with wedding dresses. Maybe a suit is more complicated to do alterations, but most of the time when you get fitted initially, especially like for women, they're like expecting you to lose weight because so many women do.
Right.
But I don't know what it's like for men. So,
man, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I really cut down on because I really am trying to lose weight. Okay.
So not just for the wedding folks, but to like live.
Well, that too, but mostly
survive.
Yeah. I don't want my fat face in the wedding pictures. Like I want to slim down a little bit.
Sure.
but man, it's not going well at all. And I'm going to the gym.
I know you are. What are you doing? Like at least 3-4 times a week?
Yeah, at least.
Great.
Not really lifting or anything, but now I'm just doing cardio.
Okay.
Trying to get down. But man, I went and stepped on the scale. I've cut down boozing. I'm gonna say on a 75%.
Wow. From when?
From when
Like
I got back
heavy.
to Colorado, I would say. Well,
Okay,
I didn't realize how much I was drinking too, because it kind of sneaks up on you a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, you open a bottle and I have a few pours, could be 2 to 3,
Okay.
and 3 ounces maybe each. So, 12 ounces of whiskey a night. Yeah, that can kind of sneak up on you calorie wise. That's probably
Certainly.
like 700 calories, 500.
Dang. Okay.
So I thought, oh, okay, well I'll just cut the booze out. And I wanted to do that for my health anyways. But it really hasn't made a difference. I stepped on the scale at the gym the other day, and up another pound. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe you should employ a doctor. I know you have a guy. You got a guy, but
I'm so done with the doctor. Let me tell
okay.
you, that guy, I like him as a person.
Yeah.
I was very ill when I was in Colorado and just having stomach issues, like just pooping.
Unrelated to the altitude sickness, or
I think it didn't help, but I've always
okay.
been having stomach issues for a while. Probably
like the last 20 years.
Yeah, and it's Colorado. I was like, this is affecting, like I can't do things now. It's affecting my life. Well, I must have like IBS or something.
You don't think? I know this is like a silly question to ask, but I gotta ask just the basic stuff. It's not something you ate. You ate something different. You had bell peppers or whatever the fuck you can't have.
Maybe, but I feel like no.
Okay.
It was probably a mix between the altitude and just my normal. It was a perfect storm, if you will. And I was like, dude, I got to do something about this, man. And he was like, all right. And like, essentially what he came back with was, you just got to eat better. I'm like, all right, you know what?
I don't understand why you won't dump this guy.
I feel
he doesn't seem to be any help. In fact, he seems to be a lot of hurt. Seems like he's pointing you in all of the wrong directions.
Well,
when it comes to your health.
Like, I just have to do my own doctoring, which is unfortunate with this guy. But he's pretty hands off. He's good. Like, I told him I had a cough. Like, I said, hey, I got a cough. I got congestion. I was sick. Can you write something? Mucinex doesn't work. Can you write something? And he said, sure. And he sent it in, and I got it, and it worked. It was fine.
I didn't know PAs could write scripts. They can?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cough's still doing good, by the way. I still have it a little bit, but I found this supplement called berberine, and I looked into it. It has some evidence for, lowering cholesterol. They're very with supplements, they're not gonna say like, take this, right? I mean, because they don't really
unless you're deficient in it.
It's not one of those things. It's not like a vitamin or something.
Okay.
But it also has, they claim that this berberine will keep your gut health in check with, the good and bad bacteria. And it's supposed to help. God, excuse me. I'm sorry. It's supposed to help with, bloating and just the poop stuff, essentially.
Yeah. You've had, I've known you for almost a decade, and you've had issues since the day I met you.
Yeah. So it's not just something that popped out of the blue, but, so I asked him, should I take this thing? And he was like, well, there's some evidence that shows that it's might lower cholesterol. I'm like, yeah, I know that.
That's why I asked you.
So he just went and looked up the same study that I saw and said, so I'm going to try it. Okay. I mean, at this point, I don't think it will hurt me. It's what I wanted him to answer. Like, can this hurt me if I take this? Didn't do that. So I started taking it when I got back. So it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's been maybe even longer than that. I'm great. It's at least 50% to 60% better.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Amazing. Godsend.
What is it called? Say it again.
Berberine, it's called. It's some bitter.
Very close to bourbon. Interesting.
It is a little bit.
Are you just drinking bourbon?
Yeah,
I call it berberine, and it's great.
That's right. But it's been so helpful to me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Just like, okay, I can be a doctor. I feel like with Google, I can do it. If you want me to diagnose you, I'm not saying you should do this, but if you want a diagnosis, send it over my way. I'll see what I can find out for you and what you can take to help you out.
Dr. K. I like
but
it.
if you're pooping a lot and it's a little it's a mudslide in your home many days a week, take berberine and try it out and get back to me and see, because it's been monumental for me.
Oh, good.
So good. Anyway, we're talking about the wedding.
Yes, the wedding.
Is there anything else I can answer?
Trying to think if I have any specific questions. I just kind of wanted you. See, I don't know how involved men are in weddings. I guess, obviously depends on the individuals involved, but it seems like a lot of the time it's like the woman pretty much handles it, and the guy's like, babe, whatever makes you happy makes me happy. Do you have, for example, like a theme? Do you have a color scheme? Because as a woman, I identify both in my mind and on my birth certificate. We are very interested in these things. If I'm looking for a dress per se, like, is there a certain color that, I could match the theme or something like that. So if you could just give me a little bit more information, that would be great.
Sure. I guess I don't know a lot of these. You're right. It is. I'm kind of just like, whatever you want is what we'll do.
Like beachy, like, is the wedding ceremony on the beach? Will we be barefoot?
No, it's going to be in a building.
Okay. That helps. That really helps.
You know what? I'm not positive about that.
Okay.
That's the reception.
Right. I figured the reception wouldn't be in the sand, but I'm asking about the ceremony. The ceremony.
I don't really know.
Useless. Okay, that's what I thought. No further questions.
I can tell you more later. I think I got to get the phone numbers to send out these invitations. That's what I'm focusing on.
Oh, are invitations going out soon?
I think we're gonna do the mobile.
Save the date.
Yeah, save the date.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
It's trying to, cut the costs wherever possible. So I don't even know if we're gonna do paper invitations. I think we might. Maybe for the older folks. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you now.
You cannot hear me now. Oh, good.
Oh no.
What did you do?
Hello?
Hi.
You can hear me. I can't hear you. Oh no.
Now you sound bad.
Oh, no.
It's echoing now. What have you?
There you go.
You got it?
Hello? Will?
Hey. Can you hear me?
Can't hear you at all.
Wow. That's really unfortunate.
You're gone. Maybe if I take. Wait.
Yeah.
Now?
Check.
No. What about now?
I can hear you. Yes. I don't think you can hear me.
I can't hear you at all.
Bummer. I would say, can you read my lips? Restart your computer. I think I'm going to have to text on it.
Not good.
Okay.
You want to disconnect and reconnect?
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Just going to text Donna here. Stand by. Sorry about this. Technical difficulties, folks. Just going to try to disconnect and reconnect. I have a feeling it's her. She has this. I don't know why she has these problems. It's very strange.
Hello.
Hey.
No.
No.
No, I can't hear you.
Just restart. All right. Stand by. I told her to restart, so we'll see. Tim says, Will, are you on the Epstein list? I'm not important enough.
Will, are you on the Epstein list? Tim, is that your father? All right, I'm going to leave and then I'll come back.
Okay, I think that's good. All right, see you later. Go ahead, scram. I don't understand why she has these issues. It's every time we get ready to start up, it's the same thing. I don't know. No, I'm not on the Epstein list. I don't think. And we'll never know, by the way, if I am or not. So I could just say, no, of course not. I'm not on the Epstein list. Why would I be? That was kind of the reactions from Donald Trump and his there she is. Let's see if she's back.
Yep, I hear you.
You can hear me.
I can, yes.
Interesting. I wonder what that was. Can you not hear me now?
I can. I just hear like a horrific background noise.
Yeah, I can hear myself on your end.
Yeah. Wait. Now, talk.
Check, check, check.
Yeah, not here.
1 2.
There we go. How about that?
You got it? Good?
Oh,
You can hear me?
cool.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is
just
that right?
restart. Maybe just restart your computer.
What about
Start.
this?
That's fine. But I can hear myself a little bit, but that's okay. Why don't you restart your computer?
All right, we'll do.
All right. All right. Good. Thank you. Oh, man. It's 2025. Why is this happening? I wanted Anna to pick some stories, but since Tim brought up the Epstein list, let me find the story that I had about that. Because Donald Trump is kind of doubling down here a little bit. Now he's saying that it's there is a list, but it's written by Obama. That's what he's claiming. Okay. That's an interesting tactic. I don't think people are going to buy that. He's also saying that if you believe this stuff, he doesn't want your support anymore. Okay. Seems like another bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him, Cotton. Let's pull up that story. Boom. Tim, I'm going to hide you so we can go over this. In the Oval Office Wednesday, Trump made it clear that he was done with the Epstein story, regardless of what his supporters think. President Donald Trump is lashing out at his own supporters, accusing them of being duped by Democrats as he tries to clamp down on criticism over his administration's handling of the much-hyped records in the Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation, which he has called a hoax. He says that the new scam, I like how he uses these big all caps, put the emphasis on there. Great writer. Is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. So now it's just fake. It's not even not a thing. It's a thing, but it's fake. It's a hoax. And my past supporters have brought onto this bull S, I guess you used the line there, hook, line, and sinker. Trump wrote on Wednesday on his Truth Social site after an expletive in his post. Yeah, okay. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for over 8 years. He says, let's see these weaklings continue to forward and do all the Democrats' work. Don't even think about taking our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Of course, this is a dramatic escalation for the Republican president who's broken up with some of his most loyal backers on issues in the past, but never with such fervor. Though Trump cannot legally run for another term, he will need a strong support from a United Party to pass. Yeah. So, I mean, how do you all feel about this? Mike from St. Pete, Trump is off the rails at the Epstein list. I would say, geez, that's an understatement at this point. I mean, to go from such a strong, he had a very strong stance of yes, they were going to be released. And we're going to know the truth. He did release the files on JFK and didn't learn anything there. And the MLK ones get released. I can't remember. But, I mean, Pam Bondi said she had these. It's just it's annoying is what it is at this point. Like, we know that you have them. We know it's not a hoax, but we're not going to get them. So you shouldn't talk about it anymore. I would say this best strategy at this point would be to just don't talk about it anymore. And he's getting like really hit over the head by media on this, which he should. I mean, it's kind of a well-deserved thing, but we're never going to get him. I don't know how long this is going to stay in the cycle, but people tend to forget eventually. Even kind of the very loyal supporters who are mad about this, I think they're still going to eventually maybe not forget, but move on to something else. I think that's kind of what they're counting on. But I would say if you're PR, you should just move on and not tweet about it on Truth Social. Oh, she's back.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, joy. Sorry about that, everyone.
That's all right. It happens. It does happen. We were talking about Epstein. I wanted you to pick some stories, but Tim asked if I was on the Epstein list. So I started talking about, Donald Trump's kind of going in, and he doesn't want support from people who are still talking about the Epstein thing anymore, which I don't think is a very good strategy.
No. A lot of people, it's not that I don't think that they voted for him based on that promise, but it is kind of part of the general brand of we are transparent. We are not the deep state. This administration is just categorically different. We're blowing up people's spots. We don't care. And then it's like, it just feels like more of the same.
Yeah.
So people are extremely disappointed, which is why because Trump is just like, dude, like I just blew up Iran's nuclear facilities, put them back maybe another, 10, 15 years, depending on how much damage they did. Peace in the Middle East. Hopefully we're trying to, work that out, end the war in Russia with Ukraine, all that sort of stuff. And then people are talking about the Epstein thing. He's not too happy about that, but he's all about promises made, promises kept. And he did promise this to the people. So, or maybe it was Pam Bondi who did a little over promising, but.
Well, he did too. He said it was going to be released. But now he's kind of on that. Okay, so there is a list, but it's fake. It's a hoax, and it was made by Barack Obama. The Epstein list.
Yeah,
which is just a weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a weird angle to take on it, but I understand why people are upset. I am like, I don't know. I haven't been buried in the news lately, just because I've been so busy with work and jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. But I get it. You said it. The Epstein story is very captivating for many reasons. No one believes it was the first time the news said a story, and 99% of people just said, nope, no, that's not how that happened. Right, left, center. Everyone was pretty much on the same page. Like, that clearly didn't happen to happen.
Oh, no, you went out again. Your mic went out again. Oh, man. You can hear me, though, right? You just can't speak to me. Wonder what's up with that. Are you tech nerds? Any of you guys that can figure out this deal? Now I can just hear myself coming out of your speakers.
Yeah, me too. My headphones stopped working. Chris?
You get live tech support.
Yeah, I might take myself off.
I'm just going to mute you for a second while you do that. Okay. Chris is going to help out. So, Tim, I thought this too. He said if the list has anything to do with Trump's name, the Dems would have released it long ago. So weird. why it seems as if the Republicans are covering up doesn't make sense. Well, I kind of thought that too. Tim, are you back? Okay, she's off now. Sports Illustrated. But, maybe it's one of those things where both sides are kind of implicated on this, both sides of the spectrum. Because I kind of thought they threw kind of everything at him, right? I mean, he's a felon already. I don't know what the charges were on that. I forget. He got really rung through the ringer and through the justice system. And if his name was in there, you would think that they would put it out there. But maybe he knows that once he's back in there, he's going to release everybody else's names that are kind of involved with that. So it's like mutually assured destruction type of thing. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I would think that if it was, they would find some way to get that out and leak it. But like I said, maybe it's just one of those things. It's mutually assured destruction where they're just not able to do that. It is sad though. Tim says that would make sense. Both sides are affected, so neither side wants disclosure. Yeah. See if she's back.
That sound all right?
Check. Yeah, I can hear myself, but that's okay.
All right.
We only got 2 more minutes left.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Is your headphones the culprit?
I don't know. I was seeing little pop-up messages say like you're losing connection, and then my headphones just went out.
Interesting.
So they're earmuffs, so it's kind of pointless to have them on.
Yeah.
But
anything else you want to get to before we go?
Yeah, actually I do. I did see an article which I thought was kind of interesting because it's kind of been the vibe, not really in Tampa Bay, because Tampa Bay loves plastics and getting work done, but it seems like a lot of Gen Z and millennials are kind of moving in the other direction as they age. Typically you start getting more work done, but it seems like they're doing less. A lot of people are getting their implants taken out. What do you think about that?
You're talking about breast implants?
Yeah, breast implants. A lot of people are having explants. I see it on social media all the time. They're usually about my age, maybe a little bit younger, but they've had their breast implants in for maybe 12, 15 years, and they go, you know what? I want to go all natural. And they stop dyeing their hair. They get their breast implants removed and just kind of go back to factory settings. Do you find that offensive as a heterosexual man?
No, I don't like breast implants. I can't find I'm sorry, turn me down real second so I could get my thoughts. Oh, then you can't hear me though. It's too distracting otherwise. All right, turn me back up because now you can't hear me. Go up. All right. Because if I talk, then you can't hear me.
I'll be over there next week and we won't have this issue.
All right. I don't like. Here, let me take my headphones off so I can't hear myself. There we go. I don't like breast implants. I think that there's very few occasions where it actually, like if you have cancer or something, breast cancer, you got to get one cut off and then you put one in. Like I get that, but there's very rare instances where I can think they actually make a breast look bigger, because usually they're typically on skinny, or not bigger, using the wrong words. They're on like skinny chicks usually, and they're just kind of bolted on.
Yeah,
that bolted on look. So I'm not a fan in general. I mean, is it a deal breaker? No, but I definitely would prefer just natural.
I see. Well, this kind of makes, because I feel like I am just exactly where all these chicks are ending up. They had maybe breasts my size and then got the fake ones and realized, you know what, I just want to be natural. And I'm just like, been this way the whole time, guys. It's coming back. I do have a friend group in Tampa, and I'm the only one that hasn't had their breasts done.
Oh.
The only one. Which is funny because like I'm insecure about so many parts of my body, but my breasts aren't one of them. And I've been told many times, especially by my last employer, that they are not a good pair. Not a good pair.
Well, I got to take my headphones off and then I got to move them over here so people can't hear me.
Sorry.
You are, I mean, you're pretty flat chested, but you would look goofy if you had big old cans. it would be it just wouldn't look right on you. Your body wouldn't allow for it.
Yeah, and I also just got small tit energy, you know?
Yeah. Well, listen, this isn't working, so we're gonna cut the stream short. I guess not short. We did an hour. That's what we promised. We didn't do any extra time, but hopefully next week we'll do that. Anna will be back here on Epstein Island with me, and we'll have a longer show next week.
All right. Thank you, and sorry about the issues.
It happens. I'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
All right, I'm gonna let Anna go just so I can do my spiel at the end. Sorry about that, guys and gals. I don't, it's happens. It's one of those things. hmbradio.substack.com is the Substack. There's a free version there. You get the podcast early if you go and subscribe. So I'd encourage you to please go do that. Facebook, HMB Radio on Facebook, the homemade broadcast at gmail.com. If you want some stickers, we got some really cool, very high quality stickers here. Kind of see, they're really nice. They're like vinyl. You could even put them on your car if you wanted to do that. That'd be a big commitment. I don't blame you if you don't put them on your car, but I got them like on my coffee cup here. I think that's a good enough of a commitment. There we go. Kind of see that there. And we'll see you next week. Take care. I love you all. And I'm not on the Epstein list. Goodbye.